¿Estás bien? ¿Cómo estás, Hill?
Good.
Good. ¿Qué tal? What's going on? Anything?
Nothing really. I made myself a cheeseburger and some chicken tenders. They were pretty good.
The Chiefs are in what? I didn't hear the last part.
Sorry. I was talking too fast. I was saying I made myself a cheeseburger and some chicken tenders.
Oh, cheeseburgers and chicken tenders. Yeah. Yes. All deliciosos, right?
Mhm.
Deliciosos. And I'll tell you, Hill, enjoy them now because when you get older, it's harder to enjoy all those things because somehow you gain weight faster or things just change as you get older. So enjoy them now. How was yesterday evening? Hill, I can see traffic in front out your windows. Is that a busy street? You're muted. Kind of sort of busy.
Uh, it can be busy, but like the only time it really does get busy is usually like when the school buses come on to
Mhm.
drop the kids off and
Yeah.
also pick them up. But at night, it's less common to see a lot of traffic. I'll just hear
Mhm.
a few cars passing by, but it's not busy. It's regularly,
Yeah.
usually normal.
Okay. So, do you have a dulce favorito, Hill?
Oh, I have multiple, but
I do too. It's a hard
but
question, right?
for right now, Biscoff cookies.
For right now, it's what?
Like I like those Biscoff cookies that I get on the airport.
Mm.
I used to
Yeah.
eat those so much, like cause that and also Biscoff. Like it was a few days. I don't know when it was announced, but they made it was like a Biscoff popsicle, and let me tell you, it's
Oh,
like biting into like an actual Biscoff cookie, but like
wow.
the ice cream is vanilla with a bit of Biscoff
Like crunchies,
yeah,
crunchy
yeah.
bits. Yum.
Mhm.
Yeah. Yes. I don't know that I can say I have a favorite because pretty much if it's sweet, I'll eat it. It's easier to say what I don't like, right? Than what I do. Like, do you like pecan pie? No, me neither. So, like I said, it's easier for me to say what I don't like because that's really the only thing I can think of that I don't like that's sweet. Is there something you don't like besides pecan pie that's sweet? Oh, I love those. I love those. Yeah. Hola Liliana, ¿cómo estás? ¿Estás bien? ¿Cómo pasaste ayer noche? How was last evening? Oh, can you show it to us or no? Is it in a place where you can't? Ooh, I see. That's beautiful. Wow. Did they do it all in one day? Wow.
So I went there at like 1:30 and I didn't get out until 11.
At night?
Yes, ma'am.
Liliana, that's cray cray. Really? Boy, that was probably a chunk of change too, then. You don't have to tell me. I'll bet it was a lot. See, oh, feliz cumpleaños. Right. Okay. Muy bien. Well, it's beautiful. I guess if you stretch all those hours out over your lifetime, it's no biggie, right? But yeah, that's a big chunk of the day. Absolutely. Wow. Well, good for you. I'm glad you got what you wanted though. Yeah. So we were with Hill, we were talking about tu dulce favorito. ¿Cuál es tu dulce favorito? Do you have a favorite one? Me too. So yes, so Hill and I decided that if it's sweet, we'll eat it, with the exception of pecan pie. Do you like pecan pie? No? See, there we go. That's 3 out of 3, right? Kick that pecan pie out the window. But anything else, bring it on, right? Absolutely. Of course, Hill says he doesn't like macaroons. I like macaroons. Those little cookies. I like them too.
So me and my mom had went to Savannah for my birthday,
Uh-huh.
and there was like 3 macaroon places. And
Ooh.
so I got one, and it was like a 16 pack, and it was like $36. Like it was
Yeah.
expensive, but it was worth it.
But you know what? They're hard to make. So I can see that. Like if you don't get the, the little cookie part right, like it's got to be crunchy on the outside, like soft in the middle. If you don't get it right, that takes like an effort. So I get that. You know what I mean? Yeah, I get that. All right, let me send out a little note. I used to teach French, and a bunch of my students, when I retired from my other school, a bunch of my students came and they brought me 2 big old things of French macaron. Yeah, that was nice of them. Hola Jada, Jainerico, ¿cómo estás? Uy, ¿qué tal? So, ladies, ¿cuál es tu dulce favorito? What's your favorite sweet? You have a favorite sweet? Let's see if y'all come up with the same thing that we've been talking about. ¿Cuál es tu dulce favorito? Jainerico, you have a favorite one? Or Jada? Or is it easier to say one you don't like? What do you guys say? Kit Kat, Jainerico, that's your favorite? So that's Liliana's favorite too. Jada, Twix, same thing as Kit Kat, almost, just caramely. Yeah, muy bien. So we're all on the same page, you guys, so far. But let's see if Jainerico and Jada agree. So if we had to come up with the sweet that we don't like, que no les gustan, we decided pecan pie. Do you guys like pecan pie? ¿Le gusta el pecan pie? Got to have a taste for it. Yeah. Don't like any pie, Jada. No pie at all. Not apple pie. Nothing like that. That's interesting. Not even with ice cream, Jada. Come on. Not even with ice cream. For real. Okay. Yeah, pecan pie is not my thing. Okay. Bueno, so here's the deal. First of all, I have a question. Didn't you guys supposed to have a test like first hour today? Was it today? Am I right? Did you guys have a test first hour or something? No? Okay. I thought y'all had tests today. We don't, which is a good thing, right? And so here's our day today, you guys. What I'm trying to do, here's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to introduce to us some cultural thing. Remember, we started learning about the alebrije. So we're going to talk about those another little bit today. And it's just a way, you guys, to kind of get us into something else besides words all the time, and kind of just kind of do something a little relaxing, since you guys were at the end of the quarter, and still learn something and still try to have a little fun. Okay. So that's the whole point of yesterday and today. So I have some questions for you. So yesterday we started with our alebrije, right? So real quick, our goal was to figure out what it is. So who can tell me real quick, what is an alebrije? You can unmute, you guys. We're such a small group. You guys should just go ahead and unmute, or you can pop it in the chat. Hola, Yana. I know, Liliana, you were busy yesterday, right? So I said, what's an alebrije? That was our goal yesterday, right? To figure out what they were. Who can tell me in a nutshell? What do we remember about yesterday? Bill, Miracle, Jada, Ayana. Ayana, you were here yesterday, right? What's an alebrije? And somebody help me out. Nobody knows what an alebrije is? Oops, I didn't mean to do that. What's an alebrije, clase? ¿Qué es un alebrije? How can we describe them? All right, we'll take a look at my background. Okay. Jada and let's see, Miracle, yeah, Hill, everybody ready? Ayana? Okay, muy bien. Yes, a spirit animal, sort of, right? And so we talked about how they were this Mexican, they're straight Mexican, you know, straight out of Mexico, folk art, okay, or like popular art. And who can tell me, like sculptures? Absolutely. What were they made out of? Do we remember? What are they made out of? We talked about the Mexican tradition of creating things out of paper, right? So what were these things made out of? Do y'all remember? Yeah, some are made out of wood, right? But the real ones, the real alebrije, are made out of what? Do you remember? Paper, what do we call it, you guys? Paper mache, correct. Paper mache. Because remember we talked about like an example of Mexico's paper art tradition are things like papeles picados, where we talked about the piñatas, right? Made out of that light sort of cardboard that you can smash, you know? So there's that history, that tradition of using paper in art. And so the man who created these alebrije, do we remember how he came up with the idea of creating these fantastical creatures out of paper mache? How did he come up with the idea? What's his story? Do you remember? It was kind of an odd story. Remember? What happened to him? Hill, do you remember what happened to him? Ayana, do you remember what happened to him? Come on, you guys. I need some help here. What happened to him? How did he come up with this ideas of these alebrije? Yes, he was sick, right? And he was in a coma. And while he was in this coma, he saw all these fantastical creatures, right? And he kept hearing this word, alebrije, 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 right? And I mean, that's not even a word. It's just came in his head while he was in a coma with the high fever. So he was like, you know, loopy, you know? And then when he got better, again, he turned to that sort of Mexican tradition of using paper and paper mache to create these fantastical creatures that he was seeing in his comatose image with his high fever, right? Okay. So then do you guys remember what we saw in the video? Was he successful at selling them at first to people? Do you remember? What did he have to do to get people to like buy them or warm up to them? Yes. So the animals that he was creating, these fantastical creatures, people wouldn't buy them because they thought they were scary looking, you know? So what did he do? What did he add? so that to make them less scary. Color, absolutely. So behind me, you guys, this is not a real alebrije. Okay. And how do I know it's not a real alebrije? The only thing that is an alebrije like about it are the colors. So these patterns, these colors, okay, are in line with being an alebrije. But remember, alebrije are made out of paper. This one's made out of wood. Okay. Also, what are the 4 elements that an alebrije should have as part of its design? Who remembers? What are the 4 elements? I'll give you a clue. One of them was fire. Do you remember the others? Natural elements, kind of like an avatar, right? Kind of like an avatar. What are the other elements? We had earth, wind, water or sea, and fire. And the artist's grandson, because the original guy, the guy that was in a coma, his name was Pedro Linares, right? Well, he passed, but his family has continued. So they said a real alebrije has to have 4 or 3 of the 4 elements in its design. Okay. And so this guy behind me, although he's cute, he didn't really have the elements there. Okay. He just has the coloration, plus he's made out of wood. Okay. So we said that like earth, representing earth, would be like you could have a fox, you could have a rabbit, you could have, any animal that lives on earth, right? You could have, for water or sea, what would be some elements in an alebrije that would represent water or sea? You could have flippers, fins, right? You could have, what else? Do you remember from the video? Gills. You could have like, scales and, that kind of thing. Okay. All right, generical. Fire is kind of the hard one, kind of reminds me of a Pokemon a little bit, but you could add elements of fire. You could add, like a dragon breathing fire. You could add fire on a tail. You could have all kinds of different things. What about air or wind? What elements would we have for air or wind? Oh, what else we could have for water would be like duck feet, duck feet and stuff. Yeah. Yes, very good. Like an arrow, right? For wind. You could do wings, right? You do all kinds of stuff. Okay. So they're fantastical creatures. They're not like this guy, we can tell he's a fox, this guy behind me, right? But these things are supposed to be like, they're not any one particular thing because they're going to represent 3 of the 4 of those elements of nature. Okay. All right. What else about alebrijes do we need to know? Where can we find them? I know we can find them in Mexico, and I know we can find them in southwest part of the United States, but everywhere, you guys, they had the huge parade we saw. You can find them in stores. You can find them anywhere and everywhere right now. Remember that there's a lot of copycats, like the guy behind me, that are sort of alebrije style, but not real alebrije. Because a real alebrije, like we said, is going to have all of those elements and made out of paper. Okay. The other thing I think is interesting, like I tried to point out yesterday, this man was living up until 30 years ago. This is not like art from ages ago, so this is a new kind of modern popular type folk art. Okay. All right. Any questions about alebrije before we go on? Okay. So here's what we are going to do today. Okay. Everybody listening? See, Generical stepped out, but I'll put it in the chat. Couple of things. Today is our day to kind of chill and kind of have a little fun. Okay, a little fun. So our job today is, I need for everybody to meet me in Canvas, por favor. Okay. Everybody meet me in Canvas, please. All right. In Canvas, when you get there, Liliana, I know you weren't here yesterday. So when you get there, I need you to scroll down to the Alebrije module. There's a module on Alebrijes. Hola, Don Travius, ¿cómo estás? Okay, so if you guys can see my screen. So yesterday we did that Ed puzzle and we watched some other videos and stuff like that. And I asked you guys to complete what is an alebrije. And it was this reading activity. Liliana, since you were not here yesterday, there is a video link here and it's pretty short. Okay. So our job today, you guys, if you want to see behind me, is remember that all third quarter assignments are due tomorrow. So those take precedence. In other words, if you have anything missing in Canvas or in VHL, you need to get those done today, right? This is kind of it because we don't meet on Fridays, right? And that way I can answer any questions. So that's why today is meant to be kind of a fun day in the sense that we're going to wrap up third quarter, right? Yeah, yes. Okay, because third quarter is always the hardest one to get through. Dark of winter and all of that. So our job is to get any missing assignments done that we have, okay? Our next thing is if we did not finish our Alebrije reading activity, then you need to get that finished today. But here's the new thing, and you should be able to get this one finished as well, and it's meant to be fun, okay? So in the module, I'd like you to click on this one that says create your own. So everybody needs to click on that, por favor. Create your own. And you guys are going to design. You're going to create. You're going to have fun with, I'm hoping. You can be as silly as you want, whatever. You're going to create your own alebrije today. Okay? So I would like for you to use your imagination. Of course, you need to be colorful because the alebrije are colorful, right? And remember that if you're doing like, if you're going to include your, say, water as one of your elements, you know, you can put scales on or something, you know, like a fish or an alligator, right? Or something like that, or crest, you know, bumpy things like alligators have or crocodiles have or whatever, right? Okay, so you're going to use your imagination. You're going to be colorful. You need to have 3 different types of animals, right? You're going to need to represent 3 of the 4, just like the artist said, 3 of the 4 elements of nature, okay, to create your own. This is meant to be fun, right? You guys, I want you to have fun with this. So you have some options here. You can use a template in Canva. Should open up for you. If it doesn't, let me know. It's one of the reasons why we do this in class, okay? And you know, if you want to use this one to draw your alebrije on, make sure that you put your name or something up here, right? But you guys can upload whatever you want, draw whatever you want. They got elements here that you can add, whatever you want to do. And you don't have to use this template in Canva. You can pick your own. I just thought if you wanted to use it, you know, it's there. Or you can use AutoDraw. AutoDraw up here in the menu, there's a download and a share when you're finished. There's no save, so you got to be careful, okay? but you pick your colors, you add your shapes, you can fill your shapes, you can draw freehand, right? There's this, I guess, like an AI kind of a scenario or whatever. So if you want to use auto draw, that's fine too. If you want to do the Nearpod, okay, I don't know why it says expired. I'll have to reload the page or something, but I put in a Nearpod, draw it. If you want to do that, I'll fix it here in a second. Then you can just do it right here in Canvas and do your Nearpod, draw it. Okay. If you use Canva or Auto Draw, you'll need to like download it or take a screenshot or do something so that you can upload it to me, or rather put it in an attachment in the inbox. Okay. All right. Any questions about, yeah, I'm going to fix it here in a minute, Ayana. Okay. You don't have access to this Canva? Okay. If you don't have access to the Canva, that's fine too. You guys can access Canva through Clever, right? Just go up here to Clever, search for Canva. You know how to do that. And it'll should open up for you. Okay. You don't have to use Canva. You can use anything you want. You could use a Google Doc if you can draw in Google Doc or something, or a slide or whatever. It doesn't make any difference to me how you do it. The goal is just kind of have some fun with it, right? I don't know why that doesn't let you link in there. I'll look at that as well. Okay. But I'll fix this Nearpod thing too. Okay, so just make sure, you guys, it's colorful. Make sure that you include 3 of the 4 elements of an alebrije. If you need a refresher on what is an alebrije, go back to your reading. And there's a video here you can watch. You can watch that Coco thing if you want to see one. You can do a Google search for an alebrije and get some inspiration. Okay. All right. Any questions about what we're doing today? I'll put it all in the chat here in just a minute. Okay. Again, it's meant to be kind of a chill day. For me, I'm going to use this as sort of the last day for us in third quarter, right? And so, yeah. If you have questions on missing assignments, you need to stay in Zoom. Okay. All right. So check the chat. That's our goal today. And in the meantime, I am going to try to fix this. Okay. And see, I don't know why, like, the Canva page worked for third hour today. So I don't know why it won't work for you. I'm fixing. We're trying to fix. Okay. All right. So you guys refresh your Canvas screen and everything should be in working order now. Let me know if it's still not. Okay, is it working now? I'm hoping. So these two Alebrije activities, you guys, will be your first scores for fourth quarter. Okay, for the fourth 9-week session. So, knock it out of the ballpark and try to have some fun with it. My Canvas is acting silly. Hill. You gotta have an element of earth. Well, that would be your earth, but you need your water, fire, and wind. You need 3 altogether, 3 or 4 altogether. So Gynerical, are all those links working? Yay. And you don't have to use that if you don't want to. You can choose your own. Matters not to me. I just picked it because it was colorful. Okay. Yeah, if you need some inspiration, you guys do a Google search or images or something for Alebrije. The spelling is in the chat. Okay. Let me do something here. Okay, Miracle, can you check the chat? And Don Travius, can you check the chat? And Hill, can you hear me, Hill? I need you to check the chat, please. And Kinsey, can you check the chat, please? Don Travius, did you see my chat? Kinsey, did you see my chat to you? Okay. You guys have fun with your drawings, right? Reach out if you have a question. Make sure you're doing any missing work. Gynerical, is that going to let you draw on it or add stuff to it? Yes. You can use your art supplies and draw it on paper and then take me a picture. Make sure it's colorful, right? Absolutely. Like I said, you guys, the goal is just to think alebrije and have some fun. Okay. Okay, good job, Gynerical. Um, so yeah, Liliana, so we talked about having 4 elements, right? Earth, wind, fire, and water. Okay. And so think about, and you need at least 3 of those. So that would mean like combining 3 elements of different animals, right? So for example, like here, let me pull up some. Hold on. Okay. So can you see my screen? Yeah. So for example, like this guy, well, let's do this simpler one. It'll probably be easier for you to see. Um, yeah, so like this guy has like these weird, wild looking wings, and then he's got like chicken feet, and he's got like a snaky tail, right? And he's got like these cresty things and bulgy eyes, right? So they're combinations of like what animals have. Um, like what does a water animal have? What does a flying animal have? What does a mammal have? You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. Okay. But it's stylized. Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm. It's kind of crazy that these things are made out of paper, you know? Yeah, here's some other images, just like this one. See, he's got like an eagle head, then like an iguana body, you know, and this, weird feet. Here's a chupacabra alebrije, right? Big ears and wings and mouse body. Yeah. Liliana, check this out. I showed this to everybody yesterday too. Hold on. So these aren't even, these are, can you see my screen, Liliana? These are alebrije style. These aren't even real alebrije, okay? I mean, in the sense that like this is obviously a rooster, right? They're not combining, but they're carved wood and painted. Look at the prices. And they're not even real alebrije, right? This one's $625 on sale. The monkey is $2,000. Yeah. Yes. They're all over the Southwest. Thank you, Kenzie. Let me know if you need help. Liliana, that's so cute. Cute, cute. Janerical, how's yours coming? Your sketch coming along okay? Good. Jada, let me know if you have any questions. Hill, same, if you have any questions. It's adorable, Liliana. Travius, how are you doing? You have any questions? Ayana, how about you? How's yours coming? I'm sure it's fine. Remember, it's meant to be fun. There's no, like when I grade this, there's not going to be a right or wrong answer unless, you didn't include 3 of the 4 elements, or something like that, right? So just as long as you include the 3 or 4 elements and it looks like an alebrije, you're good. You could even kind of snip images and then like arrange them together, right? As long as it looked like an alebrije color with the color, yeah. Anybody have any questions on their grade or missing assignments? All right, Liliana, good job. Don Travius, how are you doing? You did make a masterpiece. See. Yeah, very good. It's all good. Yeah, so Jada, just raqueta is feminine. So just make it feminine. Make the feminine. Make sense? Yeah, make the feminine. So Janerico, how's your sketch coming along? You know, if your sketch is good enough and you colored it, you can just take a picture of it and upload that. You guys, we have about 3 more minutes. Finish up what you're working on. Liliana, did you get that reading done today on the Alebrijes? Yeah, give me stuff to grade. Oh, good job. Good job, Hill. All right, you guys, I think that's our time. So try and get as much finished up today as you can. On Monday, we're gonna start something new. So we want to try and get this all finished up, okay? All right, you guys, good luck on your tests and stuff, right? Adios. Have a great evening. Good job today. Adios. Reach out if you have any questions, if you need help finishing up, okay? See you guys. Have a great evening.